Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 5th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far, and hope everybody having a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay. In today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for your Tuesday and Wednesday, what to expect to come the next 2 days. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer. And also, we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center, as we do have a little tropical wave that they're watching over in the eastern tropical Atlantic that has a 10% chance of development, during the next 48 hours and over the next 7 days. We'll get to that toward the end of this video. So if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos with your family, friends, and relatives on social media, and see if we can get the word out about my forecast channel so we can get this thing growing. It's been stuck for a while here on a certain number, and I need these numbers to see if they can continue to start rising again. So if I could get some help out there from my community, that would be wonderful. I would greatly appreciate that. We need to see if we can get to 450, folks, and I need all the help I can get from my community on this channel here to help me get me up to 450 subscribers. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now, and we're going to get the show on the road here. And as you can see, here's the forecast for your Tuesday, January the 6th, 2023. As you can see, we got shower and thunderstorms over here in ports of southeast Canada, over here down toward Maine, down towards Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. area, and also back over to New York State, eastern Pennsylvania, all the way back down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, South Carolina, through Georgia, around the Atlanta metro area, all the way back over to southern Missouri, back into Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and also down into Houston, Texas as well, Gulf of Mexico, all the way down into the Florida Keys and the Miami-Dade County areas, and the Jacksonville, Florida area as well. Also, we got high pressure dominating pretty much eastern portion of Canada, just west of Montreal over toward Toronto, Canada, all the way back down into Pennsylvania, West Virginia, also then to Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, all the way back up to just east of Chicago, Illinois, also over the portion of Michigan, well, all of Michigan, portion of Wisconsin, that is, and portion of northeast Minnesota. We have some dry high pressure also dominate Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, and portion of Oklahoma into central Texas. Also back over here in the southwestern United States, over around Arizona, southwestern Utah, southern Nevada, and also into southern California, much of Mexico as well, and the Gulf of California there as well. Also high pressure dominating the northwestern United States, over here around Vancouver, Canada, southwestern Canada as well. Also in the Seattle, Washington, and northern Oregon, and northern portion of Idaho there as well, and northwestern Montana. Alrighty, we got shower and thunderstorm activity from portion of Indiana through Illinois, all the way back into Minnesota, back into southern Canada, Montana, all the way back over to Wyoming, down into southern Mexico, western Texas, New Mexico also, including Utah, Nevada, back over to California, and southern Oregon there as well. We have some mixed precipitation west of Denver, Colorado, also over here in portion of southern California. In the red hatched area there, that's heavy rain and flash flooding possible over portion of New Mexico and the western panhandle of Texas. Alright, let's move on to your Wednesday forecast. We got some shower and thunderstorms up here in the northeastern United States, back in the portion of Maine, back into New Hampshire, just east of Montreal, Canada. We got high pressure dominating southern Canada and southeast Canada, and also in portion of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, back in the Ohio, in the Washington, D.C. area, back to Philadelphia, New York, and Boston area, back into western New York, Pennsylvania there as well. Also high pressure is also still in charge of portions of North Dakota, eastern Montana, through South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, around the Houston area, Dallas, Fort Worth area, all the way over toward the Atlanta, Georgia area. You're looking dry as well. Also, we got dry weather expected over portion of New Mexico and also southern Utah, Also in the central and southern Nevada, also southern California and all of Arizona, even much of Mexico, that is, excuse me, in the Gulf of California, and also back up here in the southwestern portions of the Canada as well, around the Vancouver area, and also dry conditions expected across portions of northwest Montana. Also back into northern Idaho, and also into Washington State, and also into northwestern Oregon. We have shower and thunderstorm activity from the Outer Banks of North Carolina through Virginia, down in South Carolina, Georgia, all the way down to the Florida Keys there, all the way back into Louisiana, all the way back portion of northeast Georgia, central Georgia there as well, all the way through Tennessee, Kentucky, back up to Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota as well, southern portion of Canada, all the way back through Montana, back to Oregon, portion of northern California, Utah, all the way back down in northern Mexico and Texas as well. The red slashed area there would be heavy rain and flash flooding possible for your Wednesday. Alright, let's take a look at the weather radar across the nation. As you can see, we got showers up here in the northeastern United States, across southeast Canada there as well. Also, we got dry high pressure, like I said, pretty much dominating from southern New York State all the way to Michigan, more portion of Wisconsin, to portion of Iowa, and also into Missouri, all the way back down into the Carolinas and portion of northern central Florida. So it's a little bit right there along the west coast of Florida. Got some shower activity there and across portion of the Bahamas. Puerto Rico looks good for you guys down there. And Cuba looks good as well. Florida Key looks A-OK as well. There might be a few around the area there to the south portion of you guys. Scattered activity over portions of the Gulf of Mexico and also over Mexico. Hawaii and Chain Island looks A-OK. Alaska, you got some on the central and southern side of you guys. Guam radar is currently unavailable. But we do have scattered showers and thunderstorms over portions of Kentucky, western North Carolina, all the way back into Louisiana, back through Texas, all the way through Oklahoma, back to North Dakota, also southern Canada there as well. Also back to Montana, Idaho, back over to Oregon State. Some off in the coastal water there as well. And also over around California, Nevada, Utah, back into northern Arizona. All of New Mexico got scattered activity. Also Colorado, Utah, Nevada. And like I said, over here in portion of Nebraska and Kansas as well. Scattered activity in yours and vicinities as well. Washington State, you pretty dry. And also, like I said, up around Vancouver look dry as well. Alright, let's move on to the National Weather Service Watches, Warnings, and Advisory map for your locations. As you can see, we got some air quality alerts up here in portions of New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State, also over here in portions of Connecticut, Boston area. Also got more air quality alerts over in western Pennsylvania, also in the central Ohio, western Ohio, all the way down around the Charlotte area, North Carolina there, western North Carolina, around the Asheville vicinity there. Also over here in portion of southern Indiana, northwestern Kentucky, portion of Tennessee and southern Kentucky. Also back over here near Illinois and also portions of Missouri. Also western Missouri there as well, portions of Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, southeast Texas. Also over here in portion of Colorado as well. Also we got all of Wisconsin under that air quality alert. Also over northeastern portion of Illinois and south central and eastern portions of Minnesota there as well. Coastal flood advisory for the mid-Atlantic region around the Washington D.C. area and up towards Maryland as well. Got some special weather statement for you guys there for, I think, some air quality alerts too. Same up here in Michigan as well. Coastal flood advisory along the Carolina coast all the way down into northern Florida. We got a severe thunderstorm watch down here in southern Texas where we had that slight risk for severe weather today. You'll see that in the overview of the Storm Prediction Center. Also, we still got that northwestern portion of Mississippi under a flash flood watch. Got a flood advisory right there in southern southwestern Tennessee. A severe thunderstorm weather statement there for a portion of Mississippi. Got a coast in Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, eastern Texas for some severe weather. Also over here in portion of Nevada there as well. Got some hydro issues over portions of northeastern Nevada. Got a special weather statement there in portions Nevada there as well. Northwestern portion of Washington State. Also got a red flag warning there as well. Got plenty of flood warnings in effect for Montana. Also down into Idaho and also into portions of Wyoming. Also over here in portions of back in Colorado, and also over here in portions of Kansas, Texas, southeast Texas as well. Also the river flood warning is still in effect, like I said, for North and South Dakota. Also back over here in portions of Nevada, southwestern Arizona as well. Flood watch is in effect for portions of New Mexico. Flash flood warnings in effect there as well. Some wind advisories over portions of Southern California as well. Alright, I think that covers the United States. We still got that red flag warning over ports of Alaska and gale warning along the coastal areas. Hawaii and Chain Island looks a-okay. Alright, we're moving on to the Storm Prediction Center overview page, and there are other little products we look at as well. As you can see, there's that scattered activity over the northeast. There's all that scattered activity over the central portion of the United States, the south, and also over in the Pacific Northwest, and also over in the western portion of the United States. Alrighty, we can see it a little better on the convective outlook. That's why you see that got it highlighted with general thunderstorms in the dark, in the lighter green areas there. That's up. You got some up here in portion of New York State, up to portion of New Hampshire, also Vermont area as well. Also over here in Minnesota, North Dakota, all the way down into Texas, back to California. We have a marginal risk down here in southern portion of Florida. Also over here in upstate South Carolina, back into western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, northern Georgia. Also that marginal risk, a slight risk down in southern Texas. Marginal risk over in California, back into just near Oregon and California border, and also over a portion of Montana as well. Let's take a look at the watches. The only watch we have in effect is over southern Texas, where that slight risk and marginal risk is in effect. We do not have no MDS discussion in effect, so that's good news. Storm reports for today. Currently, as of this recording, we have 0 tornado report. Wind reports is 18. 0 was high. Hail reports 11. Large 0. So that brought the total number to 29 currently as of this recording that I'm doing right now. But I do expect them numbers to increase as we continue to go through the remainder of the late afternoon and through the evening hours on your Monday into early Tuesday morning. Alright. The wind reports and hail reports are like well, let's start off with the hail report. We have 1 in northeast, like 2 in eastern Tennessee, and we had about 6 or 7 over here in portions of Nebraska. High wind reports, pretty much eastern Tennessee, northern Mississippi, also northeastern Arkansas, southern Missouri, eastern portion of Kansas, and also over here in portions of eastern North Dakota. Let's take a look at the fire weather. We had an elevated risk for today over southwestern portion of New Mexico and southern Arizona. So just be mindful of that. That any of these storms, any of these wildfires can escape quickly, and with just a little, with a little gust of wind, they could take off and cause a lot of damage to life and property. Alright, and finally we're going to wrap it up with the National Hurricane Center 48-hour map. As you can see, there's that little X in the eastern portions of the North Atlantic. Excuse me, I had to get some water. But this is during the... Okay, let's read the discussion. Okay, northeastern tropical Atlantic. Okay, this organized shower and thunderstorm and gale force winds over the northeastern Atlantic Ocean between the Azores and the Canary Islands are associated with a complex non-tropical area of low pressure. This system could acquire some subtropical characteristics during the next couple of days while it moves little by late in the week. However, this system is expected to move northeastward over cooler waters, and its chances of of subtropical development. For additional information on this system, see products issued by your local National Weather Service forecast office. Issued by the State Meteorology Agency of Spain, and high seas forecast issued by the Meteo France. Formation chance through 48 hours, low 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, low 10%. Okay, and that's it for now. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and we will catch you back in the next one.